welcome. I am bringing you a reading for the new moon in Aquarius. This is a general reading for the collective, but it is also date and time specific. So we're looking at the new moon in Aquarius, which will hit here on the east coast of the United States at 12:45 a.m. on February 1st. Therefore, it will be on the 31st on the west coast and maybe even in mountain and central locations, but it should be February 1st for the rest of us. Just going to say that, but you can check your local listings. I'm kind of grooving on this new moon because it's more outward facing, right? Aquarius is the great innovator, serving humanity and the collective. It is about all of our interweb communications. So it's a little less inward, which I'm kind of grateful for the break. It's also timed with, coinciding with Venus stationing direct. So she, on the 29th, turned around. She's not moving very fast, but she turned around facing in the right direction. And by now we should be sort of getting emotionally acclimated to that new energy. We're still going to be processing stuff because she's in the post-shadow phase for a while. But it's been brutal. At least for me. And for a lot of you, as I've seen in the comments, it's been a brutal trek that she has made in reverse, especially because she was palling around with Pluto, which is never easy energy. So I'm glad she's direct, and we'll have plenty of time to process everything that we've just gone through on a deeply emotional level. But I like the Aquarian new moon because, again, it's like you don't have to turn inward for this moon very much. So that's great. So the only issue with the new moon in Aquarius is it will be occurring when there is a square between the sun. That's difficult geometry if you look at it. Here's the wall, here's the floor, boom, it's right. So Sun and Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius. So that's a pretty powerful square. Uranus being the great awakener. Expect the unexpected, plot twists, pivots, never see it coming kind of energy. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the not so good. And the sun is, we're going to be wide awake when that is happening. So conscious awareness meets the unexpected. Yeah. So if this new moon doesn't impact you too much, it may be just an easy sort of energy. But for those of you, especially Aquarians or anyone who's setting out in a brand new direction, kind of thinking outside the box and starting something new moon, beware, right? There may be some plot twists. There may be some hard left turns ahead. So I did pull Oracle from the Moonology deck, the Manifestation deck. It's a new deck. Newer, I should say. So this is what's rising up in us, the main message of this new moon, and the potential outcome blocker challenge. So what's rising up in us is the new moon in Leo, which says shine. I love the field of sunflowers there. The shine energy is letting us know a new day is dawning. We can step out into the sunlight. Thank goodness. We're moving from darker times into the light. Yes, even though the new moon is powerful for manifestation, it's very dark. We don't see the new moon. So, we get right down to the last part of the waning cycle. And then just as that new moon hits, we plant our seeds of intention. In the very next moment, the moon begins to slowly reveal itself. Got it? Until we get to the full moon, which is that, climactic result of all the seeds we've planted. So, if this is speaking to you with regard to relationship, which that's what we talk about here, it is also asking you to carry yourself with respect. If you want respect, you got to carry yourself respectfully and with respect. So there is an energy around, Leo is playful, Leo is center stage, Leo is step out and shine, Leo is all that, but Leo is also frickin' respect me. And so, right, you are not, it's hard to kind of call in a king when you're wearing flip-flops. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Right? Put your best foot forward. Be respectful of yourself. carry yourself with respect, and then that is what will come towards you, or it will be made clear that that is what you expect is respect. So I like that. The main message of this new moon is attuned to the divine. This is the new moon in Pisces card. I like that we get 2 new moon cards in a row during a new moon draw, but this is attuned to the divine. Slip into the flow of life. Flow is what Pisces is all about, and stay attuned to your higher self. Affirm your conscious dreams as they create your reality. So stay conscious when you're setting your dreams or intentions, your new moon wishes or your new moon intentions. Be very conscious about how they can manifest in reality. I like it. But also stay in that energetic flow. Really good. That's the message. Here is the block challenge or the potential outcome. First quarter moon in Aquarius. I like we get an Aquarian card, and that will be the next moon phase, or major moon phase, I should say, is the first quarter. Trust the universe. So, such an important message, and it's kind of, for me, it's coming through as a challenge, because I'm human too. But it's talking about releasing your grip on a situation. So passion is good, but too much of a good thing ain't no good. And so too much passion can fall into manic territory. So state your intention to the universe, let it be clear what you're asking for, and then detach from it. And do not impede someone else's free will. Release your grip on the form it takes. Trust the universe. So if it's love you're after, and you may have a special someone in mind, you're going to have to do like you do on a Zoom when you blur your background. Blur the background, blur the details, and focus on the essence and the feeling that you're trying to call in, and trust that the universe knows what you mean. And if it's meant to be that person, it will be that person. And if it's not, it will be someone else. This is the biggest struggle we all face. So the tighter your grip, the more likely you are to lose out. Don't be too rigid in your thinking. Don't be too rigid in your words. Don't be too rigid in your actions. Loosen up. That, to me, feels like a challenge. Also, this is where you get to let your freak flag fly a little bit. With Aquarius, we get to be outside the box in the way we approach our intention setting. And so if this time it's, drawing a picture and coloring it, or getting some, going somewhere different, doing something you haven't done in a long time, taking your whole little intention setting kit and, finding a place to go, depending on the climate, out in nature. Oh my gosh, now that I said that, I feel horrible because it has been brutal all around the East Coast of the United States, and everywhere else is suffering too. So find a unique place, sit in a closet. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is do something that is out of the ordinary and out of the box thinking as you consciously create and plant the seeds of your intentions. And don't be too rigid. Loosen up. I love it. It's great. It's a good message. It's not easy for me to do. That's why I love Aquarians, because you give me license to sort of step out of my very rigid Virgo energy and be a little more creative and wackadoo, and you love me anyway. So thank you for my brother and sister Aquarians out there who give us all license to be a little weird now and then. Much love. Let's see what's going on in the connection. Let's see what's coming through. What's rising up? That's the rigidity. That's the present energy. Rigid, rigid, rigid. And the challenge position is the Twins card, right? The Lovers card. It's like, this is all a choice. This is all a choice. You can keep that pentacle blocking your heart chakra, or you can put it down. It's a choice. Choice is yours. underneath, right? I'm feeling like there's been some heavy duty rejection, abandonment, feeling devalued, forsaken, ghosted. The Five of Pentacles underneath suggests that this is the core wound. And that's true because in the, not for all of you obviously, but it's been sort of holding true energetically throughout the last series of readings. Lots of people stepping into the readings with, gratitude and release, trying to sort of let go of this energy of feeling so devalued. And to see it underneath suggests that there's still a little more release needed around it. But it could be explaining the Four of Pentacles very well in the past. Yeah, this has been a slog, right? You've been through it. We've all been through it, but many of you have really been through it lately. And I feel like that Nine of Wands in the past is representing that struggle, and yet not giving up, not sort of just throwing in the towel. It's been exhausting. It's been stressful. And it has, between these two energies, it has resulted in some very guarded energy, right? Because what the heck? What's going on? Why am I being avoided? Why do I get the feeling like I'm being played on some level? So that Seven of Swords coming from the top, it's like this represents your, it's what you're consciously trying to sort through. What's the dealio? Why is everything such, so much subterfuge? Look over here while somebody's going that way. It just feels like you're sort of coming from your conscious awareness of that scenario. And there we have it, a new beginning. Yes. For some of you, this will represent an up-leveling of your present connection. For others of you that have been in separation for quite a while, this could be a whole new beginning. This can be just something brand new coming on the pike in whatever form it takes. I love seeing that there. Oh, yeah, I love this too. Underneath, judgment, second chances, forgiveness, right? Somebody seeking forgiveness, somebody offering forgiveness, second chances. What's the other interpretation of that? Oh, redemption, sure. Because if somebody has left you out in the cold and have been avoiding you, it's a choice whether you offer that person second chances or not, or forgiveness or not. But this is also a card of reunion. So I'm just going to leave that there. So the main energy I'm seeing here is the Gemini energy of the Lovers. We've got 3 earth energies, so it's kind of slow moving. 2 air, 1 fire. Okay, so it just flipped. Divine Masculine wants to be seen. So, right, the choice is, are you going to stay on, there's some resistance here is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the Emperor, the Seven of Wands, and underneath is the Hermit. So we've got some of a little bit of a tug of war. I almost feel as if this Seven of Wands is, let me just try to get it so you can see it. Here is where the guard is up. Got it? But it can also be setting boundaries. Here's my line in the sand. Here are my boundaries. Then we've got Divine Masculine with the Seven of Wands, which feels to me like self-assertion. Sort of saying, yeah, I see you, I get it, but I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, I've been on this solitary journey, and now I'm sort of stepping forward with the rules of the road. So I am feeling some measure. I feel like the Seven of Wands, it's not coming through as much around the energy of resistance as it is self-assertion, right? Stepping forward with your terms, with what you want, especially because we want to sort of disintegrate the Four of Pentacles in terms of it being a block. We don't want to block the heart chakra because the universe will respond to that and say, oh, yeah, they don't want love. They're blocking it out. So we want to say what we want is a respect. Where was it? Right? The respect of boundaries. Got it. Perfect. And it's coming from this sort of experience of what you know you've learned about yourself, the growth that has already taken place, and, you know, coming through it and not, I'm not seeing blame here. I'm seeing a shift. Here are the new terms. Maybe that's the better way I should have said it. Five of Pentacles underneath. Yeah, you're working on turning this on its head. More stability, less feeling destabilized or devalued. We've got the Sun. I love that. We've got the King of Wands, someone who knows what they want, and underneath is Divine Feminine. So we've got the masculine and the feminine here. And I think what you're working out in your unconscious energy here is, well, where do I need to, where will my stability come from? Well, your stability will come from your unconditional love of yourself. That's where we all have to start. So I'm almost feeling that this is where we are. Things are becoming more clear, more stable, based on your understanding of the need for new boundaries, levels of respect that you are going to be asserting yourself for. Because you've done the work, you've got it, you understand. The question will be is if this person chooses to play, right? King of Wands. That King of Wands doesn't have to be attached to any sign. It can just be the one you're attracted to. It can be this person's energy of choice. They're, you know, claiming what they want as well, claiming their own happiness, but it all starts with you. It starts with the way that you show yourself the unconditional love first. We model for the other person that which we desire. We model it. We model respect by being self-respectful. We model, you know, good boundaries by exerting good boundaries, by having good boundaries. Yeah. Nine of Wands in the past. Nine of Wands with the Wheel. Exhausted, right? I feel as if the wheel, in this case, in the past, it's like you've been exhausted by leaving it up to divine time, trusting in it, trusting in your higher self. We're still there. We're still attuned. This is new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. There it is. You've been attuning to the divine. It's been a long road. Five of Cups underneath, like regrets of the past, mistakes of the past, but it can also be representative of your grief and sorrow about where you feel things went off the rails or got misconstrued or whatever it is that happened in your particular situation. The end result was this Five of Pentacles. And that's what I'm looking at now. In the past, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I feel like I lost so much in this situation, and I'm holding out hope, and I'm kind of persevering and letting and turning things over to the divine, but my gosh, there's so much water under the bridge. Seven of Wands now. I got my cards all crazy over here. Okay, Seven of Swords. I have not been feeling well, so it's amazing I'm even able to focus. Well, I love that we have the Star and the Six of Swords. So this is the wish, right? You're wishing that we can get beyond this and move to calmer waters. But there's something new. There's something that the Seven of Swords here with the Page of Pentacles, somebody's learning something new here. baby step in a new direction with regard to this Seven of Swords. And I feel, based on what's coming through, and it could be different for each and every one of you. There are a lot of people watching, so let it mean to you what it means to you. I'm just giving you my gut check based on all the other cards that are here, is that this Seven of Swords represents somebody's avoidance. And the Five of Pentacles is their avoidance, which leaves you feeling devalued, right? On the outside looking in, not knowing how to access the warmth of this connection or of this person, feeling forsaken. Okay, and that's what you've been working on, is your own self-love, your own unconditional love and acceptance, so that you're not out in the cold. And I do feel as if on some level this has been learned in a very isolated way. And now that you're kind of stepping forward with new boundaries, the treatment you will and will not accept, you're taking baby steps in a new direction to understanding this person's like modus operandi, like how they operate, with the hope that you'll be able to move to calmer waters, that you'll be able to heal that and get beyond it. So this little Page of Pentacles is morphing into an Ace of Pentacles. Does that make sense? Because what I'm seeing is what's more important in this part of the reading is not the Seven of Swords. It's the Page of Pentacles. It's you saying, well, there's a new way to approach this. Especially with Aquarius new moon. There's a new way to approach this with the objective of moving to calmer waters. So I love that we get the Aquarian card of the Star, and the Six of Swords underneath suggests that that's what you're really after, is to get beyond this very stressful energy. Yeah, I like it. Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Hanged Man, and Justice. So more energy of planting seeds. I feel like the Ace of Pentacles, even though it's forward facing, it's looking to the near future, new beginnings, but it's something that seeds of intention have to be planted for, and then you kind of have to wait for it to unfold. So even though I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles, which I think is what's going to be offered to you, you sort of have to set your intentions around it. I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles as a new moon intention setting card, and then the Hanged Man of that energy of, and then I'm just going to sort of connect to my higher self, receive the downloads that guide me forward, that bring me balance, a level playing field, right? Integration. The Justice card, sure, it's about balance and harmony and things being fair, but it's also about integration, especially since we're starting here with you saying, here are my boundaries based on this self-exploration. The rules of the road are going to change. And then you start to show yourself, you know, I mean, even though the Empress is underneath the underneath, because this is already in your unconscious awareness, and then she's even below that, you're still working on an energy of self-love, of unconditional love of the self, and of nurturance. And then I feel like here you're saying, well, I haven't quite given up. I've been struggling with this in the past, and sort of giving over to it and trusting in my connection to the divine. And now I'm taking steps in a new direction as I sort through what I have to learn about this person's way of being in the world, why they are so avoidant. There it is, integrating all of it along the way. So this is a really nice reading. The extended is going to be a little bit different, because I'm going to pull a card for each sign: Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So depending on your four placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and their Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, you could potentially have 8 messages for you there. And we'll be looking at a message for you from Spirit or the universe. What is the guidance coming through? What are the hidden energies? Something that may be unfolding through this manifestation period that you might not see coming, right? That little square of Saturn and Uranus, and then what is the potential outcome of all of that. So that's what we'll be doing in the extended. The link to that is below. I hope you'll join us there. Otherwise, new moon blessings to all of you. Yeah. be a little different in the way you approach your intention setting this time around. See what happens. Let me tell you who showed up. We have Gemini in the Lovers, Aries in the Emperor, Virgo in the Hermit, Leo in the Sun. King of Wands can be Aries, Leo, Sag. I think it's just the object of your desire here. The Empress is Taurus and Libra. Sagittarius in the Wheel of Fortune. It's really a card of Jupiter. High Priestess is Pisces. The Star is Aquarius. Hanged Man is Pisces. And Justice is Libra. Okay? Okay. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there. Otherwise, new moon blessings to all. And I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now.